Hi, Wayne Dyer said, "Are you looking to be offended?" That always gripped me. Jesus said, "A person's wisdom yields patience. It is to one's glory to overlook an offense." It's to one's glory to overlook an offense. That is powerful. That means when you don't get triggered by somebody's behavior, their attack on you or a subtle suggestion to minimize you, when you don't take it personally and you realize that it's a reflection of their own pain, you rise above that stimulus. You overcome the world because you overcome your mind. This is why Jesus said, "Forgive them, Father, they know not what they do." We're all just projecting. We are projecting onto others what is going on inside of us. And when we put each other down, it's because deep down we're not feeling good. We're not feeling good enough. We're not feeling lovable. We're feeling like we're a failure, like we can't do it. So if you can look upon the offense as that person's inner struggle, you not only overcome the world, you learn to have compassion on that person. You learn to see them through the eyes of love, through the eyes of empathy. And then you can kind of reach out to them and see if there's anything you can do to help. Some people might feel patronized when you do that, but some people might feel that you genuinely care and they might really need the help, So it's really powerful when you choose not to be offended. You are humbling yourself to the softness that Jesus was. You're humbling yourself to what God called you to be. Not to come from a place of ego, but to come from a place of what Corinthians describes. It's Corinthians 13, 4-9. But what it describes towards the end, it says, love bears all things. It bears all things. It believes all things. It hopes all things. It endures all things. Love never ends. It endures all things. So what it's doing is it's becoming like water. Love is similar to water because water doesn't get offended when it's flowing downstream and there's a rock in the way. It just goes around the rock. When it's freezing cold, it doesn't get offended. It transforms into ice. When it's boiling hot, it doesn't get offended. It transforms itself into steam. So it keeps adapting to its environment. And because it does that, it never dies. We're still drinking the same water from 4.6 billion years ago because it just keeps transforming from liquid into ice, into gas, back into liquid. So it rises, it condenses, it pours down in rain, and it just keeps recycling itself. That is the closest thing to love. Love is your only security. When you can come from a place of love, that is your insurance policy. That is the only thing that secures you, because when you come from love and you have compassion on the next person, they pull closer to you. So your relationship strengthens. Maybe they don't pull closer to you immediately, but eventually you win them over. And in doing so, you become a leader. You have more friends, you gain more. Inside you gain more because you don't take that offense, so you become more empowered. You overcome the world, so you become empowered. So you rise above the situation. So you win there. You win in so many ways when you let love be the leader of your life. You turn victimhood into service. You turn offense and trauma into service. You turn it into purpose. You know, we have this victim mentality because what we're doing is we're holding on to our pain as a safeguard not to allow any more hurt in. So we think if we hold on to our pain, we can't experience that same hurt again. But all we're really doing is we're blocking ourselves. We're blocking ourselves from growth. We're blocking ourselves from achieving our goals. We're blocking ourselves from intimacy because you can't experience intimacy when you're blocked off. You know, when you're in self-protection, you can't go into intimacy. One has to give. So when you can choose love, when you can turn that offense into service, you heal, you transform, you become an alchemist. This is why Jesus says to overcome an offense is to your glory. You become Christ-like. Not that you want to become Christ-like, because there's only one Christ and there's only one God. But Jesus said faith can move mountains. So when you overcome an offense, that's what he means. Your faith can literally move mountains, you know. You can do this. In Christ, you can do this. Through prayerful meditation, you can move mountains because he's empowered you to do this by all the advice he's given you. Forgive them, Father, they know not what they do. When you can transform situations in this way, you can literally move mountains. I want to see if there's anything I've left out for today. Yes, Matthew 20:26 to 28 says, instead, whoever wants to become great among you must be your servant, and whoever wants to be first must be your slave, just as the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many. So he's saying, in order to become elevated, first you must serve. First you must be a servant. So when you humble yourself not to take offense, you are serving. You are doing as Jesus did. And then what did he do? He died and rose from the dead. That's the power that this brings. So take God's advice. He knows what he's doing. It comes from wisdom. By taking his advice, you elevate yourself. You rise above. You become empowered. And you conquer yourself and you conquer the world. Love is the answer to all of our questions. Thank you for letting me share.